Long Island medium. Theresa caused all Larry Caputo's stress. Hello viewers, welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. If you like the video, please subscribe and stay tuned for new videos. Long Island medium star Larry Caputo is speaking out and sharing that Theresa Caputo is out of his life, his stress is gone. These two decided to get a divorce, which shocked a lot of fans of the show. Larry has moved on, but he still appears on Long Island medium once in a while. Long Island medium's Larry Caputo talks about stress. Larry Caputo of Long Island medium is now speaking out about stress. It turns out that doesn't even exist now that he isn't married to Theresa Caputo and is living away from her. It certainly sounds like he has figured out the cause of his stress and eliminated it from his life. As you can see below, Larry has also been really taking care of himself. This has to help with the stress as well. In a sneak peek for a new episode of Long Island Medium, Larry shares about how he is doing now. Here is what he had to say. One big thing that happens on the preview of Long Island Medium is that Larry Caputo will be seeing Theresa again. It had been about a year since he saw her last. He explained that he wanted to talk to her. He could explain how he is doing and find out the same about his wife, Theresa Caputo. Long Island medium. Theresa's husband, Larry Caputo, has moved on. Larry Caputo from Long Island medium has moved on from Theresa. He doesn't live near her anymore. Back in June, it was revealed that he had a new woman in his life. Larry and Theresa Caputo were married for 28 years, but because their marriage wasn't working, they split. He started dating and his life is totally different now. At the time, Larry didn't want to share who he was dating, so fans wonder if he is still with the same person or not. It will be interesting to see Larry and Theresa Caputo together again. They seem to both be happier now that they aren't together. They had to find a way to bring him back to the show because the fans love him so much. So this seems like the perfect opportunity. Long Island medium, Theresa Caputo reveals whether or not she's dating. On Monday night's Long Island medium, fans of the TLC series will see Theresa and Larry reunite for the first time in 8 months. Since they have legally separated and started divorce proceedings, the two have lived separate lives on separate coasts. But in a new interview with E! News, Theresa says there are no hard feelings, but she's not quite ready to start dating again. Let me finish getting divorced, and then you can look for me on Tinder. How's that? Theresa joked in the interview. Larry, on the other hand, has started seeing someone else, but hasn't spilled details on who she is. I have moved on, Larry told TMZ. I'm fortunate enough to say that I have met someone special, but I'll just leave it for that now. Theresa told E! News she was in Los Angeles doing readings and wanted to catch up with Larry in person. We text, so to be able to just sit down and be able to reconnect in person was really great, she said. She said the two talked just last week and insists their relationship is solid despite the split. There is no purpose in being angry and being mad, she said. We have over 30 years together and you just can't forget about that. You know, we still have to honor and treasure that, and more importantly, respect that. That said, their reunion on the show has been teased as raw and emotional. Tonight's a tough one, Theresa tweeted Monday. I'm the first one to say that what I do is crazy, says Theresa Caputo, a reality TV star whose vocation isn't just showing the intimate details of her life. Unlike the Real Housewives or the Kardashians, Caputo's notoriety comes from her otherworldly skills that skeptics may be quick to dismiss. She is the Long Island medium after all. I get why someone would say there's no way you can communicate with the dead, she says ahead of her November 16 appearance at Comerica Theater. For me, it's not about believing in mediums, but rather an afterlife. I want people to believe that they're always connected to their loved ones and that their bond hasn't been broken. Caputo, who's documented her paranormal and personal proclivities on the long-running TLC series, is wrapping up her fall tour, where she aims to make intimidating spaces into intimate ones where spirits feel free to communicate. I don't predict the future. I'm not telling people what they should or shouldn't do with their lives. I just allow the souls of the departed to use my body as a vessel to validate to their loved ones that there is more to life and to live with happiness and joy. I always say come with an open heart and no expectations. Because those that do have the most amazing experience, that's what this is. It's about spirits hitting each and every one of us with a gift that there's more to life than the physical world, and more importantly, that they're still here with us. This is what I do, it's just me being me. I never really realized that what I did was important in giving people peace. There are so many people who come right after the death of a loved one who didn't know how to live life or find happiness again, and it's great watching this change their life in a positive way. They feel like they can breathe again. With signs and symbols, I can add different meanings to them depending on the reading. For instance, oatmeal. It started out as meaning that the spirit had the same thing for breakfast every day, but later on it became to represent what someone's routine was in life. They had to do the same thing every day, let's face it. Death is scary. People are afraid of death. Now, I don't want to die, but I'm not afraid to die, and I've learned that through my gift. Now, I don't live life recklessly, but it has, in a way, lessened my fear of dying. What surprises me is when we do special episodes is the celebrities who want to come on. This season, I read Barbara Eden, Jonathan Lipnicki, John Ratzenberger. It's insane to think I dream of Jeannie watches my show and knows my name. It's crazy. I think for one moment, that's Barbara Eden standing in front of me. But then after that she's like any other client. You know, that's the way that I am. My friends will say all the time that I'm really not like that, but that I'm far more dramatic in person. It's just who I am. There's nothing in my life that I would not be willing to share. Larry and I over the years have shared everything. We've shown his struggles with his brain tumor. I've had health issues addressed on the show. But that's what makes Long Island Medium so great and why it's lasted so long, because it's really our lives. Even with what Larry and I are going through right now, we've shared it, and it's incredible to help others going through the same thing.